Chinese Navy has stationed up to 6 warships in the Middle East over the last week amidst rising tensions in the Middle East. Rishabh, what more can you tell us about China's strategy?
Well, if we see the Chinese interference in Middle East is not a secret thing anymore. We have seen how, the truce between Iran and Saudi Arabia has worked on behest of China.
On behest of China, I'm flabbergasted. I thought peace is on behest of the entire world, not just on China. I just, people, come on, this media is become more and more ridiculous, but we will go in depth of it later in the video.
And the way, the Middle East is right now disturbed because of the war between Hamas and Israel, and the way US warships and the UK warships are there in Eastern Mediterranean. China would not like to miss out on these opportunities and to assert its influence.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert. China's navy isn't even remotely close to Israel or Palestine at all. They are in the Gulf of Aden.
Further, in the Middle East, 6 PLA ships have been now placed in the region with only motive to...
In the region, just look at the map and look at the region. We can see the flags. The Chinese flag is where the Chinese Navy is. The Palestinian flag is where Palestine is. And the American flag is where the American fleet of or their aircraft carrier is. You tell me, are they in the region of Israel and Palestine, or are they somewhere totally else? Leave it in the comment section, please.
Show Chinese presence and to assert Chinese influence on the polity of the region.
China deploys 6 warships to Middle East over fears Israel crisis could spark World War III. Another day, another lie. I don't know what to tell you anymore. This is your favorite half Chinese. The West again is printing this in many other Western media. Now mind you, Western media also includes Indian media like the one from the video and many other from non-Western countries. Well, it's actually not non-Western, they are non-Western countries. People should understand that the media, the world media for over 90% is in hands of Western corporates. Therefore, when you talk about Western media, it also involves all the others, because sometimes I get people and they say, no, I didn't get it from Western media. Oh, yes, you did. Just be very mindful of that. If you want me to make a video on that, then give it a like and let me know in the comment section. So, yeah, my view is, and this is my personal view, that they are projecting what they themselves are up to, right? All of a sudden, it started to become really peaceful in the world. We saw Iran and Saudi Arabia coming together, Syria, also back in the Arab League, and first they started with Saudi Arabia. The war in Yemen, they managed to cease the fire, and so you can see that all the countries in that region, or all the states in that region, wanted to have peace. So they are telling you something while deflecting you from what is really going to happen, or what is really happening. They want you to believe that the Chinese Navy is there to start a World War III. My question is, so American aircraft carriers are not escalating to a potential World War III? I just wonder. But the Chinese Navy is. But then we come to the next part. Is the Chinese Navy really there? Well, if we look at the Chinese state media, they say China's warships in the Middle East on routine escort missions not involved in Israel-Palestine conflict. China's deployment of warships in the Middle East is part of the country's routine escort mission and friendly visits to the region, not an interference in the current Israel-Palestine conflict. And mind you, they also cannot, because China has a non-interference law. They are not allowed to interfere in other countries' internal affairs unless that country asks them to. So they will never send ships over there for a conflict without an invite. That's what it means. Spokesperson from Chinese embassy in the US, Liu Pengyu, in a statement to Sputnik on Sunday, called for an end to the groundless hyping over the deployment of Chinese warships to the Middle East amid the Israel-Palestine conflict. So the Navy was scheduled to take over an escort mission from the 44th Naval Fleet in the Gulf of Aden and the waters of Somalia. Now here I present the map. You can see it probably here. And I added some flags over there so we can see where is what more clearly, right? I had a flag of Palestine and a flag of the United States, of where the United States aircraft carriers are to help Israel in doing what it's doing. And the Chinese flag represents where the Chinese Navy is. So as we can see, it is really far away from Israel. That is why they are misleading you by saying Middle East. Yes, it is the Middle East. But the Middle East is bigger than just the sea in front of Palestine. They are not saying the Gulf of Aden deliberately, because then people say, well, what does it have to do with Israel and Palestine? Just like you are thinking right now. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how they are misleading you. And this is also how propaganda works. They are using bits and pieces of real facts, like, yes, they are on the way to Middle East, but no, they are not going to Israel or Palestine. They don't even come close. They are on an escort mission, which is pretty normal there. Everybody have heard of the robbers on the sea, especially near the coast of Somalia. It is well known, so yes, those ships need to have protection. It's quite normal. A lot of countries are doing that. It's not something out of the ordinary. But they are so we have established they are on an escort mission, but they want you to believe and probably also falsely accuse China in a later stage for a World War III, while they have literally nothing to do with the conflict, other than their call for peace. This is to make China look like the boogeyman that always wants a war and escalation, although they haven't fired a single bullet in 40 years. I really want people to put it in their mind. China hasn't fired a single bullet in 40 years. But a lot of people are still under the impression that they are the ones who are so aggressive. And then the collective West that is constantly at war wants to make themselves look like they are the good people. Now you have to look at a map. You tell me who is interfering in whose business and who might be out for World War III. Be very vigilant of all the propaganda that they are throwing at your head. Nothing is like it seems when it comes from the Western media. Yet again, I rest my case. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please give it a like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. And as always, have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. This was your favorite half Chinese.